Hey guys, this is Aaron from Chef Kanik, and we are here today with Mitch from Mission Impossible.
Hey guys.
Today we're going to be talking about the Queen of Blood, Alice from Mobile Legends. All the things Alice has done in Mobile Legend, all the relations she have, all the bad things she did, and also we're going to cover her origins. We hope you enjoy the video. And this is going to be our new segment on my channel, Mobile Legend Lore.
At the beginning of the era of strife, human beings were just a new and weak race on the land of dawn. They worked in all corners of the world and created their own history. They are both good and evil. They can sacrifice their lives for justice, but also betray their compatriots for their own selfish desires. They themselves are a combination of light and darkness. The huge potential contained in human beings was discovered by the light and dark factions. In order to compete for humans' faith, the endless war broke out for the second time. After more than a century of development, while Brune was serving as the patriarch of the Antilles family, they became one of the most powerful and prosperous families in all mankind. Alice is Brune's youngest daughter, but compared with her two distinguished elder brothers, little Alice appears insignificant.
So was Alice a legitimate daughter or something like that?
Yes. As far as I know, an illegitimate child is a child that was born outside of wedlock. Not much details was covered about her elder brothers, too, so for now we can't say much about the deep background of Alice and her family, but some theories state that her father must have had an affair.
Or does have a lot of plot holes.
Yeah, that is true. Her identity as an illegitimate daughter blindfolded her, and she was never valued by the family. Alice gradually grew up in this malicious environment. She hated everyone around her, hated this unfair destiny, hated the hypocritical gods the family believed in, and the darkness continued to spread in her heart. One day, soldiers returning from the battlefield vied for spoils and divided them as usual. Alice stood in a corner not far away, staring at them coldly. "Why do you bring back junk like this? It really gets in the way," someone said as they threw a bead to the ground. Alice looked toward the bead, but unexpectedly, this bead, which seemed to be dim and dull to the others, burst into a breathtaking rose-colored light in Alice's eyes. It rolled slowly to Alice's feet, and the moment she touched it with her hand, a demon's voice flooded her mind. "Offer your soul, my dear Alice. Accept our power and you will get everything you want. All I need is the faith of your family. Abandon the King of Light and plunge into the embrace of the abyss." The demon also promised Alice enough power to take all lives, only if she succeeds the demon's wishes. Brune was old, but the heir of the Antilles family was not yet elected. Of his two sons, the younger Simon was the one he favored, much to the chagrin of his eldest son Colin. Alice knew that this was her best way in. Alice secretly provoked animosity between the two brothers and used this to divide all the tribesmen into two parties who kept fighting. During this time, Alice always stayed by Brune's side, playing the role of a good daughter while at the same time hinting to Brune in a roundabout way that his two sons wanted to kill him and take his place as tribal patriarch. Without too much effort from Alice, the ridiculous family bond between a father and his two sons was torn to pieces in a power struggle. As the gap between them deepened, a tragedy finally befell them. Colin hatched a plot that killed Simon, and Brune executed Colin under the bewitching influence of Alice. After Colin's death, Brune fell ill and Alice assumed the responsibility of the patriarch. At this time, the family was ruined and all the allies who had been following them betrayed them one by one. On the one hand, Alice took care of Brune, and on the other hand, she used a strong hand to cheer up the family and gain the support and trust of the tribe. Seeing the time was right, she quietly killed Brune by poisoning him.
Okay, so this was how she got the trust of her tribe that lead to them following her, yes?
Yes.
Right.
Seems like, since they do not have a choice, since both sons are
dead.
are killed, and Alice is the remaining, so I guess they only went with her because she's the only one in the family, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Allies left one after the other, not caring one bit for the friendships of the past. Incited by Alice, the tribesmen came to the altar, threw the holy objects to the ground in a rage, and gave feedback to the King of Light using their own actions. At the moment when the sacred object was destroyed, a dazzling light fell from the sky above the altar, piercing into the bodies of all the tribe's people, including Alice. Pitch black wings mixed with blood broke out of their bodies, and sharp fangs grew out of their mouths. This was the punishment mentioned in the oath, the curse that will never be eliminated. They could only survive relying on the blood of other races. After the light faded, countless blood-stained demonic hands stretched out from the ground. By touching them, the Antilles family members were given the reward called eternal life by the Abyss. Alice also received the demonic's reward at this time, gaining enough power to take away all lives. Alice led her tribe to profess their faith in the Lord of the Abyss. In the faction of the demons, there was an additional race called Blood Demons. Under the leadership of Queen Alice, they wandered in the darkness and became the most loyal servants of the Abyss.
And since Alice was already kind of leading the clansmen, I guess this is what made them loyal to her. So all of them fell alongside her into the abyss. So Alice alone makes up a lot of lore in Mobile Legend, and honestly we wouldn't have some of the heroes if it wasn't for her. She has a lot of allies and also a lot of enemies, and today we're gonna cover some of them. I'm sure we're gonna miss a few, so if you guys will let us know in the comment section, we'll cover them next time. So from what I know, her closest ally would be Thamus. After her descent into the abyss, Thamus, while sharing the same goal with her, which is conquering the Land of Dawn, fight alongside her, along with his army.
As for the next ally, we have Balmond. During a battle against the orcs who wants to set themselves free from slavery, Balmond bit the blood demon and became a mutant. But with this newfound power, he and his race will forever be in Alice's command. So he became an ally by mistake. Although originally...
So for Belmont's case, it is more like enslavement instead of actually agreeing with her ideologies. And some of her allies don't actually serve her. They become more of, how do you say it, allies because they are fighting for the abyss as well. That is the case for a hero such as Argus. Argus was once one of the two holy angels in the Land of Dawn. But a sword, an ancient sword from the abyss called out his name, and the sword corrupted him, and thus beginning his descent into this.
The abyss,
but
right?
To be fair, he doesn't actually serve Alice. They just work for the same side.
Yeah, that's right. For the next ally, we have Dyroth. Dyroth was supposed to be the successor of the Monian Empire, but he was taken away by demons. Alice, who has trained him, will be a great piece for her wicked plans. Oh, so Alice did not kidnap him personally.
No, but
Like she sent out goons to kidnap him, alright?
yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
And if I remember correctly, Alice trained him alongside Damus, as in his cinematic trailer, we do see Damus sitting on the throne while Tyrod was fighting a demon. And one fought her next ally of Alice. This is how some people gain their power in Mobile Legends or in the Land of Dawn. Most people descend into the abyss in their thirst of power. That is the case for Moskov. Because originally, Moskov was human as well. And if you know, Moskov was on the same tribe as Khalit, the Sand Tribe. In his thirst for power, he descended into the abyss, and after that, he served Alice as one of her minions, which gave him the power of the abyss. Moskov wasn't always the purple-skinned person that we know him of today. Okay.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. So his purple skin is not his original skin?
No, he was human at
It makes
first.
me wonder how he looks like. Yeah.
It's Moskov, one of my favorite heroes.
Yeah, he's
Can't
pretty
help
strong
but
on
wonder.
the battlefield, not gonna lie.
Yeah, with all his items.
Mm-hmm.
If it's without item, he's too good. But it's Moskov. We gotta give him love.
Yeah. A well-fed Moskov is scary.
Oh hell yeah. Okay, so for the next ally, we'll cover Terizla.
Terizla was set to rot in the prison of the Monian Empire, not until Alice snuck him out. Being on each other's side, Terizla's goal is to take revenge against the Empire that destroyed his town, while Alice uses her as an ingredient for her plans.
And if I remember correctly in the ML lore, Terizla makes weapons for the demons of the abyss. And they are we all see Mobile Legend as this colorful and bright with not much darkness, but Terizla's story does have darkness. While he makes the weapons for the demons of the abyss, some of the things he do, one of the most disturbing things to me is he throw live people inside his forge.
Oh god. Oh, that's really... Yeah, you're right. That's quite disturbing.
I mean, they do try to keep a light tone, but every franchise has their darkness. He did it out of his own insanity. What you gotta know, he was in prison for a very long time in the Monian Empire jail. So while Alice is a powerful demon in Mobile Legends, there is one person that she is genuinely afraid of, and that would be Selena. Selena, in her own right, is a very powerful demon, and because of that, although Alice is not afraid of most people, she is scared of Selena. Okay, so we already do see Alice as the villain figure in Mobile Legends, and it is justified by her actions. But she has a lot of enemies in the Land of Dawn. Her biggest enemy would be the Monian Empire with all their demon hunters, such as Alucard and Granger. Also Fanny.
Being the sister of the prince taken away from the Empire, Sylvana is trying to find ways into getting her brother back, which could destroy the evil plans of Alice. So, Sylvana's brother... Dyroth.
Let me show you a screenshot on Discord. From when Tyrod was born and Sylvana was on the bedside. There.
That's Dyroth?
Yeah.
Wow.
Those people, like Sylvana and other people from the Monian Empire, do suffer from the action of Alice. The people that she really screwed over on the top of my head would be Fasha, Vexana. Vexana have two lore, but in both of the lores, she was screwed over by Alice. And Fasha, Alice crashed Fasha's wedding and destroyed everything. Also, if Alice didn't do anything to Vexana on her wedding day, we would not have Necrokeep. It would still be the city of Ritzburg instead of the undead city of Necrokeep. We will cover that in our later video as we will need to study more for our Mobile Legend lore.
Yes.
But for today, thank you guys for listening, and we will be back with more videos like this on the lore of Mobile Legends.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't